one day, I guess it was Monday morning, 10 o'clock, let's say it was Monday morning, 10 o'clock. And I thought, what will I do? I had nothing to do, and plenty of time, and the house was quiet. My husband was in his atelier, not at home, and the children were at school, already 15, 16 they were. And I think I wasn't even dressed. And then I thought, okay, I'm going to write a short story of 10 pages, and I will take a week for that. And I did. I went high in the house, in an old room where we only had put old things, and I started by hand, this story. 10 pages, I worked on it for a week, and it was a good story. I can say it because it was in my first collection of short stories. And after this week, I just continued, and I never stopped again. It's very strange. The story is there, so you let come your characters, you need them for a story. And from that moment on, they are rather independent. That is and they are dominant. They are very dominant. I really can't change. There is a moment I could not change their character or their behavior. And at the same time, I have to get on with them because I'm, for example, only on a third of the book. And so I have, and that's hard working. I have all the time, I must think how they are. And when I really are good at work, the first thing in the morning, they are presenting them to me. I really live with them. And it's an amazing situation because I live with them and they are developing together with me. And again, the argument that counts is always, it must be convincing, it must be possible in the story. And of course, that is very strange. Then the book is there, is finished. I'm always very happy when it is finished. And then the personages, the characters, never change again. They are still, Carlotta and Gasparo and Faustina, I see them, they are still there. But they will never be else in another way there as they are in the book. So they don't develop anymore. That is very funny, yes. Firstly, I was a reader, and I think we are all readers here, among ourselves. Why do you take a book? I don't think you take a book to read there your own story. Why should you? Your own story is you. You live 24 hours a day with yourself. So when you take a book, you want to read something else. At least that was the case with me. And I profoundly think that is the basis of our reading. We live this life. We have no other. We have no choice. But we feel we have some things in our character, and we have talents, and we have very bad vices, we have very bad things in ourselves, of course. And that's why we read, because that is what we find in books. In books we find our other self. So, yes, of course we are interested in ourselves, and I as well. But most of all in things who did not, who could not be realized in the only life we have. So someone who reads or writes has a very rich double life. Yes, and I think that's very attractive. Yes. We live in a time in which everything tends to be, has to be a mass event. I will never understand it, but it seems that people like to be with big masses to attend to a concert or to a pop concert or to a football or to, and they are together. And also the arts, music, of course, you are with an audience. Paintings, you are in a museum, and there are other visitors. I think the novel is the most, and the poems, the literature is the most beautiful art because first, it is not expensive. Everyone can buy a book. No, it's not that expensive as a picture, as a painting. Everyone can really. You are not so poor, or you can buy a book. So you can afford yourself a piece of art, and then you are alone. It's a relation one-to-one. I always feel it like that when I read a novel I love, and strong isolation, the novel and me, no one involved. So that gives a nice independency and a nice privacy and liberty. So yes, I think that is one of the most important things talking about the art of literature.
Da se zdi nenavadno, toda veličasten nauk logike in reda je ogrožen zaradi 3 elementov, ki veljajo za nenasitne. Zemlja, pekel, ženska spolovila. Ženske imajo malo krvi. Njihove kosti so šibke in njihov možganski svod je zelo rahlo pritrjen. Da njihova trupla v vodi plavajo narobe obrnjena, še ni najhuje. Mnogo neprijetnejši je njihov šibki razum, ki se mu zdi lepa pesem pomembnejša od dogme. Rim. Običajno mesto drame in ljubezni. In kaj človek opazi na ulicah, v gledališčih, v palačah? Ženske. Ugodje Rima je množica žensk, ki jih lahko vidiš pohajkovati po ulicah, ovite v goro čipk in žarnata. Odkot so se vzele vse te ženske za božjo voljo? Na plesih in plesih v maskah je povsem običajno, če vidiš, da mladi svetovljanski hišni gospodarici poljubi roko služkinja, predrzno in elegantno oblečena, in ja, kaj pa drugega. Skrbno obliti milici, ki še isti večer znova zadobijo nekaj modrikastega.